Yo, 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 peeps, what's good? I hope you're all doing well. Man, oh man, today we have some dope stuff to talk about. So, I literally just came back about 2 days ago from Zagreb, Croatia, and I met some amazing people. I actually met some of you guys that watch my videos in Croatia. I even partied with one or two of you lot in Croatia, which was so dope, but we'll get into that story just now. So, as you can read by the title, Zagreb, Croatia. What a journey this was. This was a 15-hour drive with the car in one go straight with me and my friend. So we went through Belgium to, I think, Germany it was, to Austria, and then Slovenia, which I had also never been in. And yeah, kind of looks like Austria. All the countries around Austria, they are very similar. But anyways, besides that, after a long drive, we finally arrived at nighttime in Zagreb, Croatia. I parked my car in the garage and tranquility. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and I was like, wow, this shit is peaceful. Like, what? It's like, where is everybody? But that's the thing. I went out of the garage. I'm like, yo, it's Monday, like 11 o'clock at night. And there are people walking outside, having fun, drinking beer. That's also one thing. Croatians, I don't want to say necessarily people from the Balkan, but Croatians, as far as I've seen, they love to drink. And when I say drink, it's like continuously, endlessly drinking. And they drink a shitload. It's quite bizarre because, look, I like going out occasionally and sometimes getting pissed drunk for the thrill of it, right? But even I was like, damn, I've had like 5 beers now. I'm drunk. How are these folks not drunk after so many beers? I see shots going in the club. I see people ordering champagne bottles, this, and that. And it's like, damn, how do these people not get drunk? But anyways, besides that, Croatia, Zagreb, first impression is super clean. Very, very clean city. And it has its reasons why it's so clean. One of the main reasons is that the government pretty much pays people that collect bottles. Because one thing I immediately noticed was the day after when I woke up was a lot of people, specifically older people, I want to say retired slash homeless perhaps, which is also something I'll say, there weren't any homeless in the city. I'm not sure what the rest of Croatia is, people wise, but far as I could tell, there were no homeless in the city, just a lot of old people, I guess, that don't work anymore, that are retired, that get paid by the government to clean up the city. And another reason why the city is so clean is because the people itself keep it clean. So you don't see any trash on the ground, which is bizarre considering the city itself doesn't really have that many litter bins outside. Like, it's not much at all. But the people there are just, they act normal. And that's, I think, how every city should fucking be. But unfortunately, not every goddamn city in this world has people that have good ways of living, you know? I mean, a lot of people don't value this world that we have and they just dump shit on the floor. I'm not a climate activist by any means, but I am someone who hates seeing people just throw something on the floor as if it's nothing. It's like, it's very selfish and it's stupid, and it says a lot about an individual when they throw stuff on the ground that's not composable for nature. For like, food is a different thing. If you throw an apple that you've eaten on the floor, I don't have an issue with it because it's biodegradable, right? It's compost. But when it comes to like plastic bottles, you're a cunt. I'm just being very honest, and it's not cool. Nobody thinks you're cool. So that was definitely one thing I noticed immediately, and was it kind of reminded me of Amsterdam because we did everything in the first 3 days. And I actually also think me and my friend Ida could both agree it was kind of a mistake booking Croatia, Zagreb for so long. Because, well, it's kind of like Amsterdam. No, marijuana is not legal, which is very ironic that I mentioned this because there was this shop claiming, they sell weed, this and that. So I'm like, interesting. I mean, I've heard of this concept before in Prague, I mean, in Prague, weed is not legal, so CBD is sold, but like THC itself is illegal, right? So we walk in the store and I'm like, oh, it smells like weed, like, whoa, like, can I actually buy it here? Like, can I consume it? So I immediately asked her, listen, is it THC or CBD? No THC, only CBD. THC illegal. I'm like, then why the fuck you got this shit promoted as if you're selling joints on the outside of your supermarket? I'm like, smart to get the tourists in. So you're thinking as a tourist, unknown, you're walking in the store, you think you're gonna buy a space cake. It's got fuck all in it, bro. It's goddamn CBD. The shit don't get you high, don't do nothing to you. So you're thinking, oh, I'm high. No, you just got ripped off out of your money, bro. That's also a thing in Amsterdam, but we're not getting into that. But The activities were, well, as a tourist who'd been there for 7 days, I have to say, I have absolutely no idea how you can live in a city like Zagreb and entertain yourself every single day. I guess it's a very different story if you work full time, because you're distracted on the main thing is work 5 days a week, right? But after that, like, you want to do any form of activities, you kind of have to get outside of the city, like 1 to 2 hours, because if you go from Zagreb to Split, which is the coast, it's like 3.5, 4 hour drive, and that's definitely the next stop in Croatia that me and my friend Ida want to do, because Split is by the coast. We wanted to swim, and well, we kind of knew this. I mean, it's not like we were blind to it or oblivious to, but the thing was that just Split was another 4 extra additional hours drive, and then you have to also consider on top of that 15-hour drive. It's a 19-hour, 20+ hour drive, and it's very heavy. Even for me, I have to be very honest and admit that a drive like that is a pain in the ass. I mean, look, it's fun in the beginning, but after a while you get bored because of the scenery, but you get also really tired. Anyways, besides that, yeah, we went to museums. We tried out some local places, some food, a flower market, which is there literally every single day for a few hours, I think from 10 o'clock till 1 in the afternoon. Very, very, very local places when it comes to meat. And the partying. The party scene is, man, very cool. Like, it's bizarre. Everyone goes out and drinks at like 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at this place in Zagreb, rooftop bar. It's called the Outtop Rooftop Bar. Really cool concept. I'm very surprised we kind of don't have something like that in Amsterdam or Rotterdam. That concept can make you so fucking much money. Just being able to sit on a rooftop where you can smoke and drink, because they smoke and drink. They allow you to smoke, which is dope. A lot of places, man, nowadays don't allow you to smoke and drink anymore. It's the same with Amsterdam, but again, we're not going to get into that. We're obviously speaking about Zagreb itself. But the mixed drinks they had there, good lord, they were good. And I remember the first time we went to the rooftop bar, which was the Tuesday night. I wanted a mojito, and I asked the waiter, I'm like, or the guy I served, no, sorry, my bad. Can you make it extra strong? He said, my friend, I'll make it extra strong for you. He comes back. Motherfucker, this is just pure vodka. Hell yeah. That drink got me really tipsy. Just that one drink, because, bro, half of the glass was just filled with vodka. And then mojito, sugar, and mint. So I tipped him some money because I was like, thank you, bro. I appreciate you for doing that. The overall vibe that I had during the parties were phenomenal, because the partying starts at around 1. I think this is kind of a global thing. Partying in general starts around 1 and it kind of ends around 4. Sometimes 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. But everyone drinks in at 11, 12 o'clock, sometimes earlier. And we went into the club, and it was cheap as fuck. Like €5 entry. Like, goddamn, where do you nowadays have places that you only have to give $5 to go in? Most places are 15, 20, 25, even $50 sometimes. My max is $20. If you can go fuck yourself as a club if you think I'm spending 25 goddamn bucks and I'm not even getting a drink included. Go fuck yourself. Please and thank you. I'm not doing that. It's ridiculous. Because you have to understand, due to the fact that they have cheap entrance, they know people are going to splurge on alcohol. That's the same with an expensive club, but it's a very smart way to get people in, like €5 entry. That's great. The beer prices and booze were very affordable as well. I mean, I had a half liter, I had a pint for €4.50. I'm like, what the fuck? I can get wasted on 2 pints for less than €10 for the night. Hell yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? Hell yeah, I'm going to do that. And I did that, and I enjoyed it. And the fact that the club had 3 different music genres to offer, 3 different rooms, was dope. It was like a 360. And obviously, I cannot forget that I met one of you guys. I'm not sure if this individual is watching the video, but I met him and his girlfriend. We were actually supposed to link up a long time ago, but sometimes stuff come in between. He's also from Rotterdam, which is really dope. And he just happened to be in Croatia, and he's like, yo, bro, are we finally going to link up? I happen to be here with my girlfriend now, and we would love to take you out for partying. I'm like, broski, let's do it. So we party. And no, it was a lot of fun. And I have to also say, the women are stunning. I mean, drop that gorgeous, literally. Every single woman. Not even just in the clubs. I'm talking about being in public, the way that the women in general represent themselves there. And I'll also admit, the men in general there are very, how do I say it, very well dressed. It kind of reminded me of Italy, but then Zagreb kind of gave me that feeling of these are more masculine men, more dominant men. If that makes any sense, the way that they dress, the way that they act, the way that they look. You know what I mean? And then these people attract these certain type of people. I mean, you see a stunning hot chick with a guy and you're like, I get why these two are together. She's fucking stunning. He's good dressed. Yeah, 1 + 1 is 2. Make it make sense. It's not rocket science, you know. So when it comes to the dressing there, yeah, a lot of people really care about their dressing, about the looks as well. And that's very nice to see that people don't neglect their beauty and stuff. So I could appreciate that as someone who literally doesn't use any cream. Dude, the only stuff that I use on my face is literally just some cream that my face doesn't dry out, because I do tend to have around this time of the year dry skin and nose. So I just, add a little stuff and boom, that's it. For the rest, it's just diet and water, bro. Just drink water and coffee. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed Zagreb. Like I said, I would go back, but not longer for 2 days, because there isn't really much to do besides those few touristic activities. And I will also say one thing I didn't like was the fucking Romanians. Alright, I'll be very honest. They annoyed the shit out of me. These people, because they were Romanians, you can tell the way that they dress. They got 4 or 5 fucking kids, and it's like, it's obvious. They don't speak Croatian either, right? And, no, they pissed me off, bro. Genuinely, like, I was this one night, I think on the Friday night, before we were supposed to meet up with the dude that I was supposed to meet up before with in Rotterdam. This Romanian little shit walks up to me, like 11, not even 12, I think, asking me for money, and I pretty just told her, fuck off, because, well, I'm sorry, I know it's not nice maybe, but look, at the end of the day, these are criminal organizations, bro. They literally use these kids as a bait of, you got no money here. And dude, don't get your fooled, bro. These fucking gypsies, they got money, bro. They got money in general, bro. Don't be fooling bad. Because look, at the end of the day, I think it's fucked up that you put your kid in a world like this, knowing that you don't have money, or knowing that you're just gonna use your kid as a bait for money. I feel like those people don't deserve kids. So maybe, if you look at it from a heart-wise perspective, it wasn't nice to me, but the little shit definitely understood what I meant and walked away ASAP. Because I'm drinking it outside in public. I don't want to be harassed by no kid, no grown-up asking me for money. And then 10 minutes later, this woman walked up to us. By the way, was not Romanian. I didn't know where she was from. She asked if we wanted to buy a flower. I said, no, I'm not interested in buying a flower. I'm like, what the fuck? It's 11 o'clock at night on a Friday. Why is this woman offering me flowers? It was so weird. So I even asked a few people locally. I said, what's up with the amount of Romanians begging and selling street stuff? And, most of the people said they're irritating people, man. If it was up to us, we'd rather not have them here. And I understand it because, no, they seriously are annoying, bro. Gypsies are irritating people. They are. Because, like I said, they'll have 4, 5, 6 fucking kids and then use them as bait for money. Make you feel bad. But yeah, that's just my opinion. At the end of the day, it's what you want to make of them yourself. But I'm not saying that all Romanians are bad people. I'm just saying the Romanians in Zagreb, they were annoying. I'm not saying everyone is. But yeah, get mad at me or what? It's my opinion. If you don't like it, the door's right there. What to do? I'm not going to change my mind. That's just how I feel. But in general, the city, man, I felt very safe. Even after we came out of the nightclub, I felt super duper safe. Like super safe. And I would highly recommend it if you like to party. I would say go on a Friday, Saturday, leave on the Sunday, drive to Split or take the airplane to Split for 5-6 days. And then you've got a whole week done in Croatia. You've seen the 2 most interesting places because, yeah, there are places outside of Zagreb like national parks and that. But you need a car for that or something because an Uber is like a lot of money. But I would definitely go back. I am going back, matter of fact. I'm going to Split the next time. When, I have no clue. Maybe even this summer. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now, before we end this video, I do have a vlog coming up about Croatia next week. So stay tuned.